Joseph Moore, how's it going? You doing okay? The Bud Files. Hello, Bud. Can you hear me? I have been trying to. Mama Four Boys, hello. Am I coming in okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? So I'm using this iPad and I'm using it to basically look at who's the comments. My iPhone is over there. And guess what? iPad. I have to charge it. It's got a 10% charge. Just got it. I've got to get it charged up. Usually they come with like a 50% charge or whatever. I got to get it charged up. And I've got to get all of my passwords and everything on it so that I can use it. But I am making some progress. Next thing I need to do is I need to get a phone. Need to get a replacement phone, and then I'm going to order a breakdown, and I'm going to order a new MacBook. We celebrate our twins' 16th birthday this weekend. It's been crazy. Are you old enough to have 16-year-old kids? You look like a baby yourself. Holly Ivans. How are you doing, Holly? So I'm going to be talking about preps today because that's what the script is preps. And I have here a life straw. I got a Sawyer, but this is a life straw. Got a carabiner, so I can either stick it in my webbing or I can use a carabiner to, but it'll be bouncing around. This is a 22-inch. I'll put it on my community wall. It's a 2-stage filter process. It'll filter 1,000 liters. It'll filter 1,000 liters. And $41.93 if you order it from Amazon right now. That's what this is going for. $41.93, Amazon. Basically, you just you put your water in, put your water in, got your filter, screw top, suck through to drink. Holds 22 ounces of water. Melinda Elliott, how are we doing, Melinda? Well, thank you. I appreciate the forced thumb. Had 5 channels come through. I can tell you which one did not give me a thumbs up. The same one I'm always talking about. Now, when I go over to their channel, first thing I do is give them a thumbs up. I used to tell them which number I am. Yes, the live looks different. I'm using an iPhone for it. I'm using my iPhone 7. I'm looking at my, and it's a different angle. I'm looking at my iPad. And I got a new iPad, which I gotta get set up so I'm gonna start using yet. This other one's basically worn out, and it is what it is. But that's new equipment. New equipment. So, briefly going over where I'm at right now. Uncle Al, thank you for coming in, Die Bullfrog. Uncle Al, I got a new one. Still got to get phone. Still got to get a new phone, and I got to order a MacBook. But I did get an iPad. Yeah, 1,000 liters. Hello, KP Heathen. Thank you for coming in. So, talking about where I'm at, I'm sitting at 1,584 subscribers. 1,584 subscribers. I get to 1,600. I'll look at the last 5 videos, identify who left me a supportive comment on each of those last 5 videos. Then I'll do a name in the hat drawing. Whoever gets their name pulled will get a really nice enhanced goodie box, including a nice first aid kit. So if you have not viewed the last 5 videos, I mean, it could happen. When I was picking up channels, sometimes I'd pick up 20 channels in a day, you know, and it's been a lot slower, but sometimes in the near future, I'm going to hit 1,600. When I do, somebody's going to get a nice box. And if you want the opportunity to have your name in that hat to be drawn, please leave me a like and a supportive comment on each of the last 5 videos I've released. You're at 1,579. We're right there together, Mom. Maybe we'll hit 1,600 together. So, my view count keeps fluctuating. Earlier, it said 12.8K. I just looked at it. It says 12.2K. So, I released a short about 2 hours ago, and when I looked at it, it had 158 views. My last live stream had 55 views, and my last video, which is the goodie box for Hillbilly Josh, has 53 views. So talking about being preparedness, trying to stick to what Uncle Al would say, stick to the script, trying to talk about preparedness. Your emergency kit. Number one item in your emergency kit is water. I'd have a couple of these. Maybe I'd have more of that. Maybe I'd have more than that, but I would carry at least 2 of these with me. This is 22 ounces of water. This will filter 22 ounces at once. It's a 2-stage filter. It will filter 1,000 liters. And basically, you open the top, put your water in it, fill it up, screw it back on, pop this up, and suck through it. And I've got a carabiner, so you'd basically carry it. You'd basically attach it to your backpack or your carry bag. You could stick it in a pocket. One thing is, if you got 2 or 3 of these things attached, they're going to make some noise when you're walking. You got to think about that. I've got a 32-ounce Sawyer that basically I would put in my pack. Um, 6 in the house, 8 likes. So number 1 is water. Number 2 would be food. If you got canned food, you need a manual can opener. Having one that has a bottle opener on it is a good thing to have. I got these. I got a bunch of these. I paid $2 a piece for them over at Walmart. Now, Cheryl sent me a screenshot of her Walmart where she's at. She's up a different place in Texas, and she's up near Dallas. And it's a lot more expensive up there. Things are a lot more expensive up there. Hers was like $8. She took an image of it. If she bought this thing, it'd be $8. The uh, the black ones, just like that, but in black, they were going for like $6 and something here. Little Lone Prepper, hello, Little Lone Prepper. And Mayor Ban, hello, Mayor Ban, welcome. So, food, water, food, hygiene. What are you doing for hygiene? Hey, I just mentioned you, Cheryl. Welcome. You know, up in North Texas, the Dallas area, things are a lot more expensive up there than they are where I'm at. The Black Widow, welcome, Black Widow. A lot more expensive. Mm. I'm sniffling again. Not good. So, uh, we talk about hygiene. Do you have wipies? Ouch. Do you have 13-gallon trash bags? This is just a little small pack. You need a 5-gallon bucket. These are already open. You put a couple of these, drape a couple of these over a 5-gallon can. Use a plastic toilet seat. Use wipies. Wipies or toilet paper. Do your business. You ever seen a huge roll of toilet paper like that? That's a huge roll of toilet paper. Yeah. Do your business. Seal the first bag. Seal the second bag. Take it out and dump it. Hygiene. Toothbrush. Toothpaste. Soap. And I would think bar soap. Um, feminine products. You know, all the stuff that you need to use, you know, mouthwash, floss, swabs for your ears, all that stuff. Um, a radio, a radio. This is Life Gear. It's inexpensive, $18. Right now, you can get $18 at Walmart. You might have to order it, or your Walmart might have, but $18. Crank. And you can plug USB into it. It's got a radio. Radio, flashlight, $18. Good thing to have. Flashlight, USB chargeable. You can plug into it. You can charge a phone with it. It shows you the power levels. Shows you the power levels. 100%, 75, 50, 25. $18. Walmart. Mr. Whistle. How are you doing, young man? Melinda's Country Living. Isobar. How are y'all doing? Thank you. Please, if you would like to support the channel if you have not done so. Well, I tell you, Uncle Al, it's bug in supplies, but I also carry stuff like that in my carry bag. All that stuff is in my carry bag, minus the toilet seat. You know, I carry wipes and I carry Kleenex and that kind of stuff. And yes, when you're out and about, I'm not using toilet paper. I'm using wipes. Truthfully. Matches. You need to start a fire. You know how to make a campfire? Or do you have a little camp stove? $12. Amazon, $12. Use Camp Heat, Sterno, or Camp Heat. $12. Need to boil water. Need to be able to heat water. Want to reconstitute something? You want hot coffee, hot tea? Matches, 99 cents. 10 packs of matches, 99 cents at Walmart. I mean, everybody needs to run. If you don't have matches, you need to run over to Walmart or wherever you go get your stuff and buy a couple of packs of this stuff. It's not going to break the bank. Devil Dog Prepper, how's it going? I have asked a couple individuals to send me their mailing addresses, and neither one of them have done it. I did that a couple of days ago. I've done it repeatedly. They both happen to be on here right now. Hint, hint, hint. Well, enjoy your vacation, sir. Trust me, you get mail from me, you'll like it. Does anyone use a bidet? I know what a bidet is, but no. That's for the hoi polloi or the French. They're really big into they're really big into that. I knew somebody who had one. Never used it. When I get up in the morning, I usually go to the bathroom as far as that goes once a day. I get up in the morning, I usually trim, wash my wash my teeth, do my business, and then I take a shower. So I soap and everything, get out of the shower, deodorant, and I go about my business. So no, I don't need a bidet. I really don't use. No, I would not need a bidet. And to me, it'd be a waste of space. Hillbilly Josh Loftus. When I think of stuff like that, I think about the Trumps probably. You know, super rich billionaires. They'd be the ones that would be into that. Having those. If you have not left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. Yeah, and you do have to worry about the possibility of the sewer backing up if it's not the pumps are not working. You don't want to get in that situation. Well, as I said, Mayor, if you go to the bathroom 4 or 5 times a day, you might want a bidet. But I mean, if you're like most people that just go once a day. Now, I'm not talking about number one. I'm talking about number two. And I really don't want to be talking about that on this channel. But the idea is for sanitation purposes. Um, you know, a, a lot of people basically go once a day. They usually go in the morning, and I take a shower after it's one of the last things I do is I get cleaned up and then use the restroom and then I take a shower. You know, yeah, having a vacation is important. Having a vacation is important. Uncle Al and his skin a can. He doesn't else. Okay, don't strike a match. You might blow yourself. The methane might cause a couple of city blocks to go up. Oh, I'm sorry. That's funny. Uh oh, how many? 15, 16 in the house. Okay. So talking about My boob. Yep, it'd be my boob, all right. I read an article. This has been 10, 12 years ago down in Mexico, one of these big cities, population several million people. They had a couple of city blocks go up because of excess methane in the sewer system. I'm not kidding you. Excess methane in the sewer system took out a couple of city blocks. Too much buildup of methane in the sewer system. Um, these are stormproof matches. Now, these are preferable to these if you're outside. If you're outside in the wind, these are going to blow out on you. However, this is a 2-pack. So this is 50. This is 50. You carry a pack of these, and they're 25. And they will burn in the wind, in the rain, whatever. They will burn for 15 seconds. You should be able to light whatever you're trying to light. 15 seconds. And I carry them. Screw top. And they burn down. They'll burn down there. 15 seconds. So, just try and talk about things that you need. So you do need a good radio. You need one that'll get the, NOAA. You can get the Weather Channel. You get the notifications of emergencies and such. You need a good flashlight. If you're using the kind that use batteries, you need spare batteries. If you're going to be using the traditional flashlight and traditional radio, try to get them that'll run on like the AA batteries. Don't have one that runs on AAA and then one that runs on AA, and you got to carry the different. Try to do it so you only have to carry one type of battery. It's better to have something that's chargeable, that you can actually charge it with a power station or a power bank, something, or a solar panel. That's the best way to do it. And it doesn't have to be expensive. Like I pointed out, those two items that I showed you, these each go right now for $18. This is $18. This is $18 Life Gear from Walmart. And I had an outhouse until I was 17 years old, 1978. People who know how to make do with very little will be better able to deal with hard times. Yeah, you better have a nose that your nose better be or you better be wearing something, a mask or something other that will filter the smell, cause outhouses do not smell good. Um, I had been around. Um, like having a septic system. It goes down, goes through the septic system. You don't really have to worry. It's not going to be. You're not going to be having a smell problem. Um, but I grew up when I was young, up until my late teens. We had horses, we had animals, and believe me, you have the smell of manure because you're constantly dealing with it. You're constantly shoveling it. I had to do all those kind of chores back in the day. Um, Hurricane season. Idaho Garden Girl, welcome. How's it going, Stephanie? So, hurricane season started June the 1st. It'll run till November 1st. A lot of tornadoes. A lot of tornadoes. They say we average 1,500 a year in the United States. A lot of tornadoes. People have been getting killed. There have been 20 or so people killed in the last couple of weeks from tornadoes. The tornado alley seems to be moving a little south. It was up in Kansas, like the Wizard of Oz, Oklahoma, Arkansas, North Texas, Louisiana, been getting hit with tornadoes. Been getting hit with tornadoes. You know, thinking about the power grid, I was talking to a friend. I dug a lot of outhouse pits in 1968. I guess that was, what was that, back during the war? Well, you're about my age, so you wouldn't have been that old back then. You wouldn't have been that old back then. You'd have been 9 or 10 years old back then, Uncle Al. Maybe. Uh, oh Lord, here we are talking about, you know, society falling, and we're all having to rough it. Okay, I might have to get some corn cobs. I'm sorry. Uh, I've heard stories about, you know, all sorts of alternatives, you know, to toilet paper. Oh Lord. Mm, okay, so you know, we're talking about things that you need, things for your bag, things for your carry, your get home bag or your travel bag or whatever. Do you have a map of your state, your local, your state? Do you have a waterproof map of your state? It would probably be a good idea to have a Ride in the Rain pad. They're not expensive. You can get one for about $350, and having like a Ride in the Rain pin. I carry them in my bag, and let me see if I can show it to you. Like, here's some of the stuff. Like, I've got a 2.5 gallon trash bag. Well, it's a Ziploc. Need to go through that. All right. I carry a lot of things in Ziplocs. Oops. This is a Ride in the Rain pin. You screw it. This is a Ride in the Rain pad. And I've got some notes that I've written down. So, Ride in the Rain pad, Ride in the Rain pin. I'm even carrying a little flash drive. Something else. Yeah, I was a farm kid too. Yep. I will go and I will look at them, Stephanie. All right, so this is a medications unit dose pack. I've shown these before. I carry these in my bag. This has 6 ibuprofen 2 packs, aspirin, 4 aspirin 2 packs, 6 antihistamine caplets. And then this has got 6 acetaminophen 2 packs. That's like Tylenol. 4 anti-diarrhea tablets, and 4 antacid 2 packs. Carry that with me for medical emergencies, little medical stuff in addition to your medical kit. These are all things that you would want to have in your get home bag. Likewise, wet ones, wipies, wet ones, wet ones, different scents, wet ones. Stuff for that you'd have in your carry bag, your get home bag, whatever you want to call it. I was buying these for 99 cents. What is this? It's a poncho. Emergency poncho. Ozark Trail. Now, Uncle Al does not like Ozark Trails, but these are good. A little over $1. It's rain poncho, plastic, and it will work in an emergency. Doesn't take a lot of space. Yeah, different stores carry different things, and if you go online, you can check the current prices, and those were the current prices online, and you can order them. Cheryl told me that she ordered 2 of the lights. She had to order them. She's up near Dallas. She went to her Walmart no Dallas. She said she had to order these. They're $18. You can order them. So some places you have to order stuff. And thank you for pointing that out. Not every place says I can go across. We have 2 Walmarts in Victoria. I've got one over on the south side of town. We've got the market store about a mile from where I live. They don't have to carry the same stuff. Some of them carry different. A 3-hole out. It had to be deep. Yep. Yeah. Jocelyn, welcome, young lady. Jocelyn's Vlog of Taiwan. Welcome. Connect. Reach out and connect. Everybody connect. So I don't know if you heard Uncle Al, but I got an iPad. So I've got to get it set up. I got to get charged up. I've got to get it. I've got to do the voodoo to it so I can use it. I got to do the voodoo to it so I can use it. Yep. I will be getting my new phone. And I will be painfully ordering a new. I will be ordering a new MacBook. And Belinda, I understand you're tired. If you'd like to go to bed, feel free. I'm glad that you're here, but I understand you're going through a lot. So you get the Life Gear USB rechargeable power bank light, $18. You might have to order it. Chances are you will. You want to get the Life Gear NOAA AM FM weather band hand crank emergency radio that has a light. $17.99 Walmart. You need to order it. Chances are you'll have to order it. And prices vary. A Life Straw uh, Life Straw Go water filter bottle, 22 ounces. Basically, you hang it from a carabiner. You have to stick it in your webbing. Will filter 1,000 liters. $41.93. The prices have been going up on these things. I've got. I carry. Normally, when I'm around town, I carry several half liters. But if I was out traveling about, I would probably have my Life Straw and I'd have a Sawyer on my carry bag. Yeah, I mean, they say they're flushables, but I really would not want to flush them. You do not want to have to go through the process of having somebody come over for $150 and run a sewer router through your line. Not fun. Not fun. Talking about the power grid, I'm going to do an unboxing of my Blue Eddy EP70 power station. It's a real nice one. I keep saying I'm going to do it, and I hadn't done it. I need to pull it out. You know, Uncle Al, when I used to work at Walmart and I was a what they call a team leader, an hourly manager, I was over digital, and we did the online shopping, the grocery shopping. We had to take stuff out to cars at the curb. They'd pull up into a slot, and we'd have to pull stuff out. And sometimes it'd be wet and raining, and I'd go over to sporting goods, and I would grab a bunch of those, and I'd give them out to my kids, and they'd put them on to keep from getting soaked. It'd hang down to about their knee. They could drape it over their head, and if it was raining, it kept them from getting wet. It's like they were like 99 cents. I don't know what they go for now, but I've got several of them. And for purposes of that, they're fine. I'm not worried about flammable. I'm not worried about flammable. I'm worried about an emergency. It starts pouring down. You've got something other to put on to keep from getting drenched. Yeah, well, you're not going to have an open flame under those circumstances. No, you're not going to want to be. You don't want plastic right against a fire. You wouldn't want to do that. And plus, if you're someplace where you got a fire going, you're probably semi inside. If you're not inside, so you're not going to be, out in the rain and you've got a fire going. But thank you for pointing that out, Uncle Al. I appreciate that. 13 in the house. Looks like I got about 16 likes. Please leave a like to support the channel. It will be greatly appreciated. Look at, and I tell you what, I've been receiving it from my electric provider. They've been sending out um, little pamphlets from FEMA about hurricane season, about tornadoes, about what you need to have supplies, how you need to, be ready, what you need to do. You should have at least a week's worth of, thank you, Jocelyn. You should have at least a week's worth of bottled water, a week's worth of canned foods or foods that you have access to. If you're using cans and you're not dealing with pop tops, you need a good manual can opener. You need a means to heat water. The power's out, the gas is out. You need a means to heat water. Having a little camping stove that runs on butane or little propane cylinders, or having something that runs on canned heat, sterno, or even the little tabs. The thing about the tabs, if you're using those, like this is a neat little espit. I keep in little. So you put your tab in here, sit it down. Got a cup, sit on top, boil your water, or heat whatever you want to put in it. Got a top for it. It uses fuel tabs. Fuel tabs. Thing about the fuel tabs, whether you're using an espit, which is a higher end, or you're using like a Coggins, they smell bad. You don't want to really do it inside your house where you don't have, where you've got limited ventilation. It stinks. That you would use outside on your patio or your porch, someplace where you got airflow. You do not want to deal with the smell. I keep it in this pouch. If you don't have one, you need one. Esprit solid fuel cook set, 585 milliliters. 17, 18 ounces. A liter is 34 ounces. Do you have N95s? If you don't, you need N95 filters. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, I got tons of stuff like that. I just haven't been pulling any of it out to show you. Likewise, um, this is a Stanley. This is a cup. I could basically put a cup like this with water in it, heat it, or I could use my Stanley. Comes with a couple of cups, plastics. Um, 20 ounces is right here. Want to reconstitute, heat water. Kit. Got lots of stuff like that. Carry stuff like that. The grid goes down. How are you going to power your stuff? I was looking at Starlink today. I got my bill for my internet. It was like $115. And I've got it here. And I've got an extender, Wi-Fi extender, and it basically comes in. I've got Optimum, which is originally Suddenlink, and then they were purchased by Optimum. And looking at my bill, I said, what would it cost me to get Starlink? Well, Starlink is $120 a month. You want Starlink, it's $120 a month. You have to buy the equipment, it's like $5.99. So there's equipment, and you don't have a contract. You're subject to their changes, and they're subject to you, stopping service. And $120. Now there are other services you can get, and you can also basically just, if you got a little bit of power, the grid's down, you're still going to get a signal, whatever they're transmitting. A lot of people will be down because the towers are down. But you're not depending on a tower; you're dependent on accessing one of the satellites. So service can be out, phones could be out, and you can access it with your Starlink. And there's a premium service that's like $150 a month, and that would basically be for like mobile. So let's say you had a yacht, or you had a camper or whatever, and you travel. That service is a little bit more expensive, as opposed to if you're more of a stationary setup, stationary. The other thing is, you can be, yeah, they lost, Uncle Al, they lost some of their stuff early on due to solar, but then the technology exists to EMP protect. They can shield it to where it won't knock it out. And that's one of the things that their Congress is talking about and complaining about, is that they need to protect the grid against an EMP. And they can do a lot of retrofitting that would prevent an EMP from knocking out the grid, or it'd take a while to put all that stuff out. But the technology exists; they just need to spend the money to do it. Well, if yeah, I guess it would be expensive from ship, but not if you're basically using that global system they have, and you've got their version of the mobile one. That that service would cost you about $150 a month. Let's say you own a yacht, or let's say you've got an RV and you move around. Your installation on that thing, you're using a different type of receiver, and it picks up a lot more. So you're always connected. They need to spend money on the infrastructure. They just they haven't been mandating it. Like, they're starting to sell gear this EMP protected. So like, you can buy the higher end power stations and equipment and such. And it's got it's like a breaker. It's it protects, and you have to reset. Like, if there was a pulse, it basically flipped the breaker, and then you got to reset it. But it would prevent it from burning out your stuff. Thank you for coming in, Uncle Al. Appreciate you. Uncle Al, when he comes in, it's good for an hour, and he takes off. 10 in the house, 17 likes. If you have not left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. So I am trying to talk about things that people need. I will put up on my community wall some more items. The Life Straw, right now, the Life Straw Go water filter bottle, which is 2-stage, good for 1,000 liters. It's 22 ounces, $41.93 right now on Amazon. Put the water in, put the filter in, put the feed tube up, suck on it, drink Drink your water. It'd be the same thing with the Sawyer. I have a Sawyer that's 32 ounces. Holly, thank you for coming by. Appreciate you. Every day I get up, I thank God for the day. I do. I thank God for the day. I say the Lord's Prayer. I drink a cup of coffee. I think about what's going to happen during the day. It's a good time to read a chapter of scripture. Don't always do it, but it's a good time to do it. I usually get up 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. I usually go to bed a little while after I get through with my live stream. You know, we live in perilous times. We really do. Everything's getting really expensive. Security is not what it used to be. Too many people coming across the border. Too much crime. Do you have a means to defend yourself? If you don't like guns, do you have a taser? Do you have pepper gel, spray, pretty good sized knife, a walking stick of some sort you could whack somebody with if they try to attack you, or a dog? You need to take that into consideration, and make a list of things that you need. Start shopping for them. You can go to garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, thrift stores. The Salvation Army, Goodwill, St. Vincent de Paul. Look in the newspaper want ads. Is there a penny saver? They, you know, a lot of times you go to a bigger church, if you attend a bigger church, pretty good sized church, people will put stuff up on the bulletin board, church bulletin board. I'm trying to find this, or I'm trying to sell this. I will plan on being back tomorrow for another edition of Coffee Talk. Everybody, please have a blessed day. Thank you for coming in. And check out my shorts, check out my community wall, and we'll be back for another one. Everybody have a blessed day. And I always put my email out. If you want to contact me, send me your, email me your phone number. I'll text you. We can talk or we can text. Appreciate you guys. God bless. Have a good evening.